has now completed. The officials are coming onto the pool side and we are looking to get started promptly. Please, if you could vacate the pool. Thank you. So, good morning and welcome to session 3 of this weekend's West District Pre-SNAGs meet here at Tollcross International Swimming Pool. Welcome to our swimmers, coaches, team managers, the spectators who have joined us in the venue, and of course to those of you who have joined us on live stream this morning. My name is Jackie Smith and I'm joined this morning by Robert Taylor. We will be guiding you through the morning's programme. But before we get started, if I can just go through the health and safety. So in the event of an emergency, sirens will sound. Staff will direct you to the nearest fire exit. Please note the location of the nearest fire exit to yourself. Don't leave articles in the walkways or sit on the stairs. There are to be no glass items or outdoor footwear on poolside. On leaving poolside, you must wear appropriate dry clothing and footwear. There are to be no mobile phones in the changing rooms, toilets or shower areas. Anyone wishing to take photographs or videos, the appropriate permission form are available at the spectator entry desk out in the vestibule of this venue and can be obtained later on in the morning once that's closed at the meet information office at the top of the stairs at the back of myself. Videos cannot be posted on unsecure websites but may be posted on secure club websites. By attending the event, you accept that any photographs or videos you take will not be used for illicit purposes and that pictures or films produced will not be altered or in any way or uploaded onto the web without the consent in writing of the persons photographed or films. If you are taking photographs, spectators, you are requested to focus on your own family member as much as reasonably possible and to avoid including other participants in photos, particularly if they are being shared with family, friends or through social media platforms. Swimmers, you are reminded that you should attend the marshalling area at least 10 minutes before your own heat. There are reserves during the, for a number of the events this morning. Reserves, please attend the marshalling area 10 minutes before the beginning of the event in which you are a reserve. This will allow the marshals to ensure that you are given the opportunity of a swim if available. So just a huge thank you to all of our volunteers who are helping us run this meet this weekend. To those of you on poolside, our technical officials and marshals, and everybody back of house, without whom we couldn't run the event this weekend. I will introduce you to our senior officials, I beg your pardon. Our referees this morning are Hazel Hastings and Mike Flynn, and our starters are Mike Scott, Deborah Hart and David Dixon. So our programme for this morning will start with event 301, the girls 400 IM. The boys will then have the opportunity to swim in the 100 freestyle, then be the girls, 200 metre butterfly for boys and then girls. The boys 15 to 18, 50 metre backstroke, and the same for the girls thereafter. Then the boys 1500 metre freestyle, and we will conclude the morning's event at around about 11:30 this morning with the girls 14, 15, 16 plus 200 metres IM. The session is due to finish, as I said, around about 11:30 with the afternoon warm-up commencing at 11:45. And we have one birthday boy in the pool this morning. So as I was saying, congratulations and happy birthday to Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow swimmer. He is 13 today. Robert is encouraging me to sing, but please cover your ears while I do so. So happy birthday. Come on, you can join. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nikolai. Happy birthday to you. Whistle came just in time there.
I can say So we kick off with event 301. This is the girls 11 to 18 400 meter IM. We have 3 heats this morning, and this is heat 1 in the pool. So lane 2, Hannah McMillan from North Ayrshire. 3, Rebecca Mallin, Bells Hill Sharks. 4, Amelia Pregale, Bells Hill Shark. 5, Natasha McNeil, Rutherglen. And 6, Alice Adam, Cumbernauld. So after the first 50 metres of butterfly in this 400 IM, it is Alice Adam, the 13-year-old from Cumbernauld, turning first there, 39.91. Natasha McNeil second, and Amelia Pregale in third there. The board's not recording the times for Rebecca at the moment. I beg your pardon, I haven't been informed, but there is an empty lane 3, so correct myself. We have 4 swimmers this morning in this heat. And it is Alice Adam who is going to lead the field into the turn here. And she does so there in a time of 1:27.73 and turns into her backstroke, followed by Amelia and Natasha. So we have a mixture of ages here. Hannah is our youngest swimmer at the age of 12. And then 2 15-year-olds, and Alice is 13. So Alice looking pretty comfortable there, out in the lead, with Amelia and Natasha in behind her in second and third place. So as we spoke about yesterday, swimmers at this event this weekend, if they haven't already got one, will be hunting down consideration and qualification times for the National SNAGs national event coming up in a couple of weeks' time. You can see things have changed slightly back in the pool here. Alice is still ahead, but Amelia has got herself squared firmly into second place and is making inroads into the gap that Alice had earlier. I think Alice is going to come into the turn in first, however. She turns and moves into breaststroke, followed very closely by Amelia and Natasha in behind her. And let's see what happens in the breaststroke section here. Very often the order will change, and I think we can see already that Amelia is using her breaststroke to her advantage and is moving herself up into first. Natasha is coming up closely alongside Alice. No. So Alice, beg your pardon, so Alice at 13, she's looking for qualification, would be 5:56.90 in this event for her at SNAGs, or consideration 6:16.60. The 2 15-year-olds, 5:18.30 as a qualifying time and 5:31.20 as a consideration time. So Amelia is really using her breaststroke to her advantage here, and has gained a firm lead over the field. Natasha is got herself into second, and Alice is in third. So Amelia is going to come into the turn here for the last 100 metres. Freestyle in first place, turning there 4:55.60. Natasha 5:01.14. And Alice 5:06.85. As our youngest swimmer, Hannah McMillan, comes in to complete her breaststroke, and she'll turn for the final 100 metres. Going back to the front of the field, it's still the Bells Hill Shark swimmer, Amelia Pregale, in the lead. Natasha McNeil from Rutherglen second, and Alice Adam Cumbernauld in third. And at the final turn there, Amelia turns 5:41.62, Natasha 5:44.17. But Amelia's going to need to watch Natasha, as Natasha's making a very strong finish here, and indeed she's got herself ahead of Amelia. And it is going to be Natasha first, Amelia second, as Natasha finishes there in a time of 6:25.21. Amelia 6:27.96. And Alice comes in to finish there. Let's wait for the board to record her time. 6:36.19. As we cheer on Hannah McMillan. She's coming into the final 15 metres of her 400 metre race this morning. Teammates cheering her on there. And she comes in to finish. So a round of applause there, 7:04.30.
On to the second of the three heats. Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. 1, Evie Chan, North Ayrshire. 2, Zara Dunn, City Glasgow. 3, Periscope, Stirling Swim. 4 is Lisa McNair from Grangemouth. 5 is Eva Gordon. 6, Daisy Gildee, both City of Glasgow. 7, Lauren Peckover, North Ayrshire. 8, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. And 9, Em Lockery from Stranraer Stingrays. Good start from Perry on the butterfly section. She's gone out very, very strongly indeed. 16-year-old from Stirling, 5:49.94 the entry time. 4 of these girls have got consideration times. Perry is one of the swimmers that is trying to get at least a consideration time. 2 girls in lanes 5 and 6, Eva and Daisy from City of Glasgow, already have qualifying time, so really this is just an extra swim for them today. A good start from Perry, out in 1:13.25, so butterfly complete. On to the backstroke. We do have a little bit later on a backstroke event Excuse me, is 50 metres. Just give you a little update on rule changes. Those of you who didn't join us on the live stream yesterday, or spectated yesterday, for the 50 backstroke, at the finish, when the swimmers go beyond that flag at the 5 metre mark, instead of having to have a part of the body when they touch the wall above the surface, they can be totally submerged once their head passes that 5 metre mark. So they are allowed now to be totally submerged. That is no longer a disqualification. That changed around 2 weeks ago. So we're having a pretty good backstroke still from Perry. Lisa McNair coming through against with swimmer in lane 4 into second place. Lucy Hunter, who had a good start, she's still there or thereabouts. It's all about trying to get times for this event. Entry times that these girls have range in the sort of mid 540s through to just over 6 minutes. So for the 14-year-olds, consideration times of 5:47.70. It's probably what the likes of Lisa McNair is trying to chase. She has a qualifying consideration time. She's just inside that, but she'll want to try and get a better consideration time to try and get a swim at Nationals. Coming through quite nicely in lane 2 is Sarah Dunn, 15-year-old from City Glasgow. She needs a 5:31, so it's a big ask for some of these swimmers to get 20-second improvements. We'll see how this develops. Certainly Perry Scobie is going very nicely. Perry needs 5:21.10 to get inside a consideration time. She's got a 5:49.94 entry time. She literally would have to turn probably somewhere around 5:4.10 to give her a fighting chance. And even if she doesn't do it, she's certainly going to have a very good time in this event today. So 100 to go for Perry. Needs to do something like a 105, and probably something around a 112, 115 is probably more likely. Lisa McNair, 4:32.94 for Lisa. Well, let's see if she can try and improve on the entry time of 5:47. Two girls in third and fourth, as I say, already have qualifying times, so more important to concentrate on the ones that are trying to get times today. That's Perry's having a pretty good swim. That was a 41 split, so probably going to come in somewhere in the mid 5:30s. That'll be a good improvement on the 5:49. So just keep your eye on the clock. 5:25. Perry 5:49.94 as an entry. She won't get a time for Nationals, but it's a very good swim. Well done, Perry. 5:38.48. Let's see if Lisa can improve her time a wee bit. It'll be pretty well close to that entry time. Well, just a little bit over it. Even Daisy third, 5:53.87. As I say, both these girls already have times for Nationals. Caitlin Morton, 6:16 is the consideration time. So Caitlin entered in a 5:58. So she has a consideration time. It's not improved it though. So nice and quiet for the start, please. Heat number 3.
So we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow, 1, Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow, 2, Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire, 3, Lucy Nimmo, City of Glasgow, empty lane 4, 5, Elizabeth Doubleday, University of Stirling, 6, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth, 7, Sophie Allison, Western Bartonshire, 8, Emma Chambers, Cumbernauld, and empty lane 9. So we have a mixture of 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18-year-olds here today. Ava Ross in lane 0 already has a consideration time for snags, so she'll be looking to improve on that. As we've said earlier, the girls will be looking for times for the upcoming Nationals event. But leading the field at the moment is the City of Glasgow swimmer, Rosie Liston. Rosie is 16. And we'll need a time of 5:21.10 for consideration, 5:10.50 for a qualifying time. Her entry time here this morning, 5:43.02. In behind her, Lucy Nimmo and Ava Kirkham were your 1, 2 and 3 at the 100 metres. As Rosie turns there, still ahead of the field in first place. Lucy Nimmo and Ava Kirkham still in second and third. Libby Doubleday is going to set into fourth, but I think after the turn there, she's now in third. She's just moved ahead of Ava Kirkham. So Libby Doubleday, one of the older swimmers here this morning in this field. She will need times of 58.90 for consideration, 56. No, I beg your pardon, that's rubbish, reading the wrong thing there. 5:08.90 and 4:59 for consideration and qualification respectively at Nationals. So the girls turn and move into breaststroke. Let's see what they can do. We still have Rosie Liston, City of Glasgow, in the lead. Ava Kirkham swimming well. Looks like she's got herself up into second. Lucy Nimmo in third and Elizabeth Doubleday fourth. So there has been a change of order in behind Rosie Liston already. And the girls still have just over 50 metres of breaststroke to do. So at the turn, Rosie Liston, Lucy Nimmo's got herself back up into second. Ava Kirkham in third. And we can see Lucy's breaststroke there. She's taking advantage of that. Very strong in this stroke here. Got herself right in front now. Ava Kirkham, Rosie Liston. I think Ava's has overtaken Rosie now as the girls come up to the turn. It is going to be Lucy Nimmo, Ava Kirkham, Rosie Liston at the turn as the girls turn and go into the final 100 metres. There we are, Lucy Nimmo 4:14.05, Ava Kirkham 4:15.98, and Rosie in behind them 4:20.20. So Lucy Nimmo at the turn now. Ava Kirkham, Rosie Liston in behind them. What can Ava do to catch Lucy? Lucy's moving very strongly through the water there. So I don't think she's going to be caught. I'm not sure Ava can do that. Ava's securely in second place, however. But she's giving it a go as Lucy comes into the closing meters. It is going to be Lucy Nimmo first, Ava Kirkham second, and Rosie Liston in third. So as the girls come in to finish the 400 IM. So as I said earlier, Ava Ross had a consideration time. She's improved that on her finishing time this morning. Well done to Ava. And we move on to the boys 100 freestyle, event 302, and we have 8 heats of this event. So event 302, this is heat 1 of 8 in lane 0. Finley Morris from Inverclyde. 1 Harrison McMillan, Stirling Swim. 2 Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. 3 Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swim. 4 Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. 5 Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire. 6 Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. 7 Brodie Lydon, Kingston. 8 Murray Johnson, Ren 96. And 9 Lewis Ryder from Lark Hall. And at the turn there it was Brodie Lydon from Kingston. He has a consideration time for SNAGs, turns first there. Andrew Patterson in behind him, also a consideration time. Caelan Cardy, also a consideration time. So these boys will be looking to improve that. Hunting down the qualification times now as the boys come in to finish, and it is Caelan Cardy from Stirling Swim in first, 105.46. Andrew Patterson second, 106.02, and Brodie Lydon third, 107.16. Just wait for that to be confirmed there. So Caelan Cardy's got himself a qualifying time now. Well done to him. Andrew Patterson also has a qualifying time for the upcoming national event. Well done, boys. There's the official result. Caelan Cardy, Andrew Patterson, Brodie Lydon 1, 2 and 3. So this is heat 2, lane 0. George Siplowski, Stranraer Stingray. 1 Clark Malkin-Gill, Inverclyde. 2 Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 3 Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. 4 Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 5 Jude Mowbray, City of Glasgow. His teammate Aaron Macon in lane 6. Kyle Connolly, also teammate in lane 7. 8, Callum Forsyth, South Ayrshire, and 9, Cameron McMillan, Renfrew Baths. And it's Kyle Connolly, the City of Glasgow 14-year-old, turning first there, 29.44. He has a consideration time for the Nationals, SNAGs, and he'll be looking to improve on that this morning. And behind him, Jude Mowbray and Aaron Machin. Aaron already has a qualifying time. The other boys have consideration times. All very tight here in at the finish. Who's going to get this? It's all going to come down to the touch now. And it was Jude Mowbray, 102.23. Jake Ferguson, 102.24. And Kyle Connolly, 102.29. And we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Fraser van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 1, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 2, Nikolai Cisnet, the birthday boy from City of Glasgow. 3, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 4, Fraser McIntosh, East Kilbride. 5, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. 6, Jason Dixon, Stirling Swim. 7, Matthew Lees, Hamilton. 8, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 9, Joe Carty, City of Glasgow. And after the first 50, it's Kyle Harper, from the 14-year-old from South Ayrshire. Kyle already has a qualifying time for Nationals. In behind him, Jason Dixon. He has a consideration time. He'll be looking to improve that. Pretty tight coming into the closing stages of this race this morning. But Fraser van der Meulen over there in lane 0 looks like he's going to take this, I think. Although he's beat all very tight there at the finish. And it was, in fact, Kyle Harper, 1:00:38. And second was Nikolai Cisnet, 1:00:53. And Fraser van der Meulen, 1:00, as the board clears there, 68.
So we move on to our fourth heat. Harris Sharp in 0, Adrian Monklands. 1, Alex Titch, Stirling Swim. 2, Abdi Mufti, City Glasgow. 3, Nathan Lilly, Bellshill Sharks. 4, Lucas Fermus, Dumfries. 5, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. 6, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. 7, Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride. 8 is Keir Sampson, Scotia. And 9, Kai McKenzie from Oban. Times in this one, just over a minute to about a minute and a third. So very strong start from Gregor Ross. All these swimmers either have qualifying or consideration times, and they're trying to improve that today. Gregor's coming through very strongly over on the far side. Harris Sharp in second place perhaps, and third in lane 6. Oh, some good times there, boys. 4 of them under the minute. Gregor Ross 58.69. Fortunately, disqualification, lane 7 for a technical infraction. As you can see, Gregor Ross, Harris Yap, Archie MacArthur, Alex Titch, all under the minute. So that probably will give them times for Nationals. Well done, lads.
And we move on to Heat 5, Lane 0, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath. 1, Callum McLaughlin, City of Glasgow. 1, Matthew Martin, Renfrew Bath. 3, Lewis Hassan, Stirling Swim. 4, Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim. 5, Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire. 6, Lex Garrett, South Ayrshire. 7, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. 8, Caden McLaughlin, Milngine Bears 10. And 9, Adam Hill, Stirling Swim. So a number of the boys in this heat have consideration times for the Nationals. As I've said earlier, they'll be looking to better that. At the turn there, it was Lewis Hassan, Cole Morrison and Rhys Edwards were your 1, 2 and 3. Looks like Lewis is just, I think he's going to hold on to the lead here. It's being challenged, indeed he has. It's touched to first there, 59.10. Second, Matthew Martin, 59.31. And in third, Rhys Edwards, 59.33. So some improvements on times there. Boys will be happy with those as we move on to Heat 6.
Heat 6, 0 Dean Bergatti, Hamilton Bass. 1 Carl MacArthur, Milngine Bears 10. 2 Kyle Warren, City Glasgow. 3 Rory Calvert, Grangemouth. 4 Lewis Gray, Inverclyde. 5 Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 6 Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. 7 Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth. 8 Robbie Carlisle, Hamilton Bass. And 9 Guy Pelosi, City Glasgow. Lane 7, 8 and 9 are looking for at least consideration times. 59, 59, 20, 59, 49 for Cameron and Robbie and Guy. Cameron's got a fighting chance here after the turn. Going better is Lachlan Small in lane 6. Lachlan Small and Cameron's giving herself a half a chance here of getting a really good time against my swimmer. Lachlan takes that. Rory Calvert 59.98 at second place, and Cameron in third 58.02. That 58.02 will at least give him a consideration time. Well done.
And this is Heat 7, Lane 0, Blair McKean, Bales Hill Shark. 1, Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride. 2, Cameron Gill, Grangemouth. 3, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire. His teammate Adam Thompson goes in lane 4. 5, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. 6, Magnus Morris, Ren 96. 7, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. 8, Ewan McLeod, Lanark. And 9, Gregor Skinner from Bowness. Jack Simpson, East Kilbride turning first there, 26.90. Adam Thompson right behind him, 27.31. And Thomas Trainer, 27.57 at the turn. Thomas is swimming strongly over there in lane 1. Looks like he's got himself just a slight advantage on the field. Whether he can hold that coming into the closing stages, or it's all going to be very tight, but I think it's the South Ayrshire swimmer. Beg your pardon, East Kilbride swimmer Jack Simpson finishing first there. Adam Thompson, South Ayrshire second. And Gregor Skinner in lane 9 in third. As the board cleared to confirm those results. 56.91 for Jack, 56.99 for Adam, and 57.14 for Gregor.
Final heat, Adam Curry 0, South Ayrshire. 1 Ben King, Milgan Bearsden. 2 Dylan Cashmore, South Ayrshire. 3 Finlay Nelson, Dumfries. 4 Greer van der Molen. 5 Nathan Campbell. 6 Logan van der Molen, all from Stirling Swim. 7 we have the reserve, Joe Jimison from South Ayrshire. 8 Finlay Chang, and 9 Marcus Blake, both City Glasgow. So we'll really keep our eye. All these guys have got qualifying times. Nathan, Greer and Ben 1, 2, 3. But it's a reserve in lane 7. Joe Jimison entry time of 12.8, needs a 12.4. It's a long way back. Might be pushing it. The winner of this one is certainly going to be Nathan Campbell. Nathan takes it, second place in 4 and in 2. Greer and Dylan. Winning time 54.88, 55.98 and 56.23. And sadly Joe didn't manage to get an improved time. Finished 104.62. That concludes the boys freestyle. We move to girls freestyle. And just before we get underway, announcement from the facility staff. Spectators, could you ensure you have footwear on at all times? Please don't put any outdoor footwear on seats. This is for health and safety in case there was an emergency and you had to evacuate the building. So please keep your footwear on at all times. Thank you very much.
And so this is event 303. We have 8 heats of the girls 100 meter freestyle. This is heat 1, lane 0, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96, 1 Rebecca Marsh, Renfrew Bath, 2 Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow, 3 Amy Dobson, Kingston, 4 Eva Gordon, I beg your pardon, City of Glasgow, 5 Erin Collins, Grangemouth, 6 Abby Henderson, Rutherglen, 7 Hannah McCaig, South Ayrshire, 8 Fiona Ferguson, Ren 96, and 9 Orlith Jeffrey from Lanark. And it's Hannah McCaig, the 13-year-old from South Ayrshire, turning first, Fiona Ferguson second, Abby Henderson third. But over in lane 0, Charlotte Craig, the youngest swimmer, one of the youngest swimmers, 12-year-old from Ren 96, swimming really well. Looks like she's got the advantage on the field as we come into the closing meters of her 100 meters this morning. She is being challenged but in lane 3, but she's going to hold that there. 108.54, Amy Dobson 108.92, and Fiona Ferguson 109.10. Some very good swims. I think that gives Charlotte a very good consideration time. Just missed out on a qualification time for Charlotte, so well done.
Second heat, 0 Imogen Barrett, Ren 96, 1 Tara Middleton, Stirling Swim, 2 Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bass, 3 Anna Lee, Stirling Swimming, 4 Anna Campbell, City Glasgow, 5 Abigail Hill, M&B, 6 Lauren Stewart, Stirling Swimming. 7, Emily Dawson, M&B. 8, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. And 9, Ciara Finlayson, City Glasgow. 107s and 108s, the entry times in this one. So halfway mark, it's advantage with Anna Campbell. Going well in lane 4. Anna needs 106.50 to get a qualifying time. She's got a consideration time. And going very nicely is Anna Lee beside her, the 15-year-old. 106.40 is what she needs. And they're going to be finishing first and second. Anna, the two Annas, and very close for third, Abigail Hill. So 104.47. That will get a qualifying time, and second place 105.37 will get a consideration time for Anna Lee. So well done, ladies. Great swims. Now move on to heat number 3. Zero, Olivia McNally from Inverclyde. 1, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Bass. 2, Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. 3, Megan McDonald, Stirling Swimming. 4, Eva Ross, City Glasgow. Teammates Rebecca Strachan, Georgia Reid in 5 and 6. Rose McDermott from M&B is in 7. 8, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. And 9, Livy Caldwell, City Glasgow. Strong start from Eva Ross in lane number 4. Times in this one range from 107 to 107.45. So 106.50 is the target for the 14-year-olds and faster for the 15 and overs. And going very strongly is Rose McDermott in lane 7. 15-year-old, she's 104.20 to get a guaranteed swim. And Eva Ross may be coming through it just to take this at the end. Olivia Caldwell also finishing well. Eva Ross, Olivia Caldwell, and maybe in lane 1. Well, not quite lane 1. Rose McDermott just held on for third. Winning time for Eva 105.19. So that will get a guaranteed swim at Snags if she wants to do this. Olivia Caldwell 106.19. So it's a good swim from her. That will also get her in.
And this is heat 4, lane 0, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. 1, Catherine Simpson, South Ayrshire. 2, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 3, Daisy McInnes, City of Glasgow. 4, Anna McCulloch, Kilmarnock. 5, one of our reserves, Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. 6, Amy Watson, South Ayrshire. 7, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 8, Daisy Gildea, City of Glasgow. And 9, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. So at the turn there, it was Daisy McInnes first, Ailey Melrose and Casey Dixon in third. Not Ailey Melrose, I beg your pardon, Lucy McLeod. The board's not been updated there as we're coming into the closing stages of this heat. We can see it's the City of Glasgow swimmer Daisy McInnes. It's going to finish first there, 104.30. Casey Dixon in second, 105.88, and Caitlin Morton, 105. Just wait for the board to update there. 105.93 in third place.
Heat 5-0 Thea Glen, City Glasgow. 1 Sophie Steele, South Ayrshire. 2 Arya Cochrane, City Glasgow. 3 Cara Gumbrell, Ren 96. 4 Kaelin Chan, North Ayrshire. 5 Iona Henderson, Rutherglen. 6 Tara Montgomery, Stirling Swimming. 7 Amber Hinton, Dumfries. 8 Jonna Calder, Jonna Calder, M&B. And in 9 we have reserve Lucy McLaughlin from Inverclyde. So it's Amber in lane number 8, just with a slight advantage. Kaelin Chan in the middle lane, very prominent, along with Aria Cochrane in lane 2. It's pretty tight. Jonna Caldwell with a late surge in lane number 8, trying to get in the mix here. I think the winner is going to be Aria Cochrane by some margin. Aria Cochrane is going to take this. Jonna Caldwell in second, and in lane 4 Kaelin Chan, winning time 103.26 for Alia, 104.95 and 105.17 for Kaelin. So that gets Alia consideration time. Well done, Alia.
And we move on to Heat 6. So lane 0, Abby Barnstable, Lanark. 1, Isla Dobson, Kingston. 2, Zuzia Smith, Grangemouth. 3, Rebecca Cole, Hamilton. 4, Alice Cumming, City of Glasgow. 5, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries, empty lane 6. 7, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk. 8, Evie Judge, Kintyre. And 9, Skye Buchanan, City of Glasgow. So some of these girls already have consideration times, but they are very close to the qualifying times. So they'll be seeking to improve this morning to get that qualification time. Isla Dobson from Kingston already has a qualification time over there in lane 1. So as the girls come down with 25 metres to go, it looks like it's the Dumfries swimmer Georgia Dickey who has the advantage on the field. And she's going to, I think she's not going to be caught, although she is being challenged over there in lane 1 and lane 2, 7. So Georgia Dickey first, 103.87, gets her a qualifying time for Scottish national age groups. Well done to Georgia. Second place goes to Lexine McCappin. She gets herself a consideration time. Third goes to Isla Dobson, 104.98. She already had a qualifying time. Well done, girls.
On to our 7th heat. Ormigation from Inverclyde in 0-1, Millie Colvin, Dumfries. 2, Caris Mooney, City Glasgow. 3, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Bass. 4, Emily Dickens, City Glasgow. 5, Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth. 6, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. 7, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. 8, Melissa Maney, East Kilbride. And 9, Emma Miller from Kintyre. Going well in lane 6. Erin Ferris, but turning in first, Melissa Maney. Not much between the two of them. So the Kilbride swimmer now just trying to extend that advantage. 50-year-old wants to get a 104.20 or better. He's got a 104.25 and looks good to get pretty close to 102, I think. Very close for second, Erin and Caitlin. That's second and third, so it was a 102.40. Cracking swim for Melissa. That gives her a qualifying time. Erin and Caitlin, 103.16 and 103.52 respectively. I think that might get them pretty close to national times as well. Well done, ladies. So 0 Sarah Stewart, M&B, 1 Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries, 2 Millie MacArthur, Lanark, 3 Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swimming, 4 Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, 5 Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire, 6 Zoe Crawford, Falkirk, 7 Anna Tichenko, City Glasgow, teammates Safina Machin in 8, and a reserve, Erin Lockley from Stranraer Stingrays goes in 9. She's certainly one that is desperate to get a time. At the moment it's Ailey Robertson also coming through into second place, Melissa Turnbull. So Ailey already with a qualifying time, as has Melissa. They're going to finish 1-2. Catriona Stewart will be third. So pretty comfortable swims. Ailey just easing up. Third place, Catriona Stewart, 102.03. And Erin sadly not managing to get a time to get a swim at Nationals. So that concludes the girls 100 free. We now move on to the boys 200 butterfly. Should be a bit of fun here, boys. Good luck. A lot of these boys chasing qualifying times. Some have got some good consideration times, but they want to do a wee bit more today if they can. So no reserves to slot in, so we might have the odd empty lane as we have in this one. In lane 0 we have Oliver McElwraith from Cumbernauld. His teammate in 1 is Ewan Nelson. 3 is Blake Herdman from Inverclyde. Lane 3 is empty. 4 Stefan Mustax from Stranraer Stingrays. 5 Cole Morrison, City Glasgow. In lane 6 Murray Johnson from Ren 96, 7 Jasper Broom, South Ayrshire, and in 8 Lewis Bray from Inverclyde. Well, it's all about pacing yourself in this one. Don't go out too fast, maintain a steady rhythm and keep some in the tank to finish with. Cole Murphy off very strongly, Stefan beside him as well there, and Ewan Nelson in 1. The rest of the field a little bit further back. So
Murray Johnson is qualified for nationals, but this time hasn't taken
consideration.
No, he's 13, 250.
Sorry, beg your pardon.
Okay, yeah.
So over on the far side, Ewan getting to work. 14-year-old from Cumbernauld, Cole Murphy, also 14 from City Glasgow. They're looking for 2:52.70 to get them times. Cole Murphy already has a qualifying time, but Ewan, that's what he's trying to do today. He's gone off pretty strongly, and he's probably going to turn second. Well, that last length, 47.201. If he can come back somewhere around 50 seconds, that will give him a guaranteed swim if he wishes to do this. So a consideration time rather. So no problems with Cole. He's going to win this one. Finishing like a train is Blake Herdman. Over on this side, Murray Johnston just shades Jasper Broom and Lewis Bray. Not much between these three boys. Stefan's dropped back to fourth. But Cole is going to take this very, very close for second place. Blake Herdman with a late surge is going to get second place. Well done, Blake. 2:56.10. So Blake Herdman does the business and improves that time. He already has qualifying time, but improves that further. We'll give you some results during the butterfly. The 400 IM girls, 11, 13-year-old Daisy Gaudet, Eva Gordon and Caitlin Morton, all from City Glasgow, are 14-year-olds. Eva Ross, City Glasgow, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth, and third, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. Disqualification in that first heat. Stefan, lane 4 for technical infraction. 15-year-old girls, Sophie Allison, Western Battenshire, teammate Leah Rafferty second, Zara Dunn, City Glasgow was third. 16-year-olds, Lucy Nimmo, City Glasgow, teammate Rosie Liston, a second, Periscope Stirling Swim in third, and the 17-year-olds, Eva Kirkham, Grangemouth, Elizabeth Doubleday, silver.
Sorry, Robert, thank you. So heat 2, lane 0, Eclava Singh, Scotia. 1, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. 2, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. 3, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 4, Caleb Geddes, Bells Hill Shark, empty lane 5. 6, Finley Watson, East Kilbride. 7, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld. 8, Carl Mossman, City of Glasgow. And 9, Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow. So at the turn, looks Nikolai Cisnet's doing swimming well there. He turns second behind Finley Watson. Andrew Brackenridge in third after the first 50 metres. Finley's time 31.85, 32.32 and 32.60 for second and third at the time. Nikolai is swimming strongly over there in lane 2. But Finley Watson, lane 6, continuing to swim strongly, but Nikolai now has the advantage as the boys come up to the halfway mark. 109.64, 110.35 for Finley, so not a lot in it. In behind, Adam Merrick, Andrew Brackenridge, third and fourth. So I beg your pardon, Nikolai Cisnet, 13-year-old from City of Glasgow. His entry time here, 2:41.30. So he has a qualifying time already. Finley Watson in second. 16-year-old from East Kilbride. He'll be hunting down a consideration time, at least here this morning, as Nikolai Cisnet moves away from the rest of the field. Moving away from Finlay there. Looks like it will be City of Glasgow swimmer first, Finlay Watson in second, and Adam Merrick in third, as the boy Nikolai comes in to finish there, 2:30.15. So an improvement on his entry time this morning. Finlay Watson, 2:33.25. And he's dropped time there this morning as well. And indeed, he's gained himself a consideration time. I think that's correct there. Yeah, sneaked in under the consideration time. Finlay, well done. Adam Merrick, 2:38.56. A 14-year-old from Cumbernauld. So he's also got himself a qualifying time. Well done, boys.
So final heat, Aaron Steele 0, East Kilbride, 1 Ethan Collins, Bellshill Sharks, 2 Cameron Gill, Grangemouth, 3 Gregor Ross, City Glasgow, 4 Adam Scott, Ren 96, 5 Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth, 6 Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde, 7 Tom Jeffers, Ren 96, 8 Fraser Cowie, South Ayrshire, and 9 Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride. Well, 14s, 15s, 16s, and one 18-year-old in this one. Adam Scott, that's the Ren Adam Scott, not the City Glasgow Adam Scott, who's gone off nice and strongly. Certainly Adam's been making good progress over the last 6-9 months, improving his times, and good to see him out with a good strong start in this one. It's going well. In second place, Gregor Ross, and in lane 9 Thomas Trainer from East Kilbride. I mean, a cracking swim in that outside lane. 16-year-old. He needs to try and find 2 or 3 seconds, Thomas. 2:27.20 will be his target, and it's certainly game on for Thomas, I think, to get a time for Nationals. But Adam Scott still looks pretty good. Getting those arms over pretty efficiently, coming through quite strongly now. You see that white cap, Archie MacArthur coming through into second place, Thomas Trainer third, Gregor Ross just drops back a wee bit. Look for Archie MacArthur putting in a challenge. But keep your eye on Thomas Trainer at 38 seconds. Well, if he can come back in 40, which I'm sure he'll do, he's looking good as the lad in lane 9. Adam Scott, though, I think he's just doing enough to take this one. Adam Scott, Archie MacArthur, Thomas Trainer. That looks to be the 1, 2, 3. Is indeed. Good swim from Adam. Wee bit slower than his entry time. 2:22.46. Archie MacArthur improves by a couple of seconds. 2:23.35. Well done, Thomas. You've got a cracking time, qualifying time for Nationals. 2:24.34. And that's why we're here today, folks, to see some of these swimmers improve qualifying times and get considerations and qualifying times this morning and this afternoon. Right, girls, it's your turn to show what you can do. 200 butterfly, 3 heats as well.
So as Robert said, this is event the girls' turn, the 200-metre butterfly, event 305. So empty lane 2, lane 3, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 4, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 5, Grace McElwain, Stirling Swim. 6, Orlith Jeffrey, Lanark. And 7, Charlotte Craig, Wren 96. So Ruby and Honor both already have consideration times for the upcoming nationals. They will be looking to improve that this morning. They're looking to hunting down a qualifying time, I beg your pardon, of 2:54.20 for the 11 to 13-year-olds at nationals in this event. And it is the Inverclyde swimmer Honor McCarty who is leading the field as we come down to the halfway mark. Just turning away from the pool, I'll just announce some results for event 302. This is the boys 100-metre freestyle, 11 to 13-year-olds. First place, Nikolai Sisnet. Second, Aaron Machin, both City of Glasgow. And third, Kaylin Cardy, Stirling Swim. 14-year-old boys, first place, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. Second, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. Third, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. Boys 15-year-olds, first place goes to Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire. Gregor Ross, second, City of Glasgow. And Callum MacArthur, Milngavie and Bearsden. And third, I beg your pardon, the 16-year-olds, Logan van der Meulen first from Stirling Swim. Second, Ben King, Milngavie and Bearsden. And third, Adam Thompson, South Ayrshire. 17 to 18-year-olds, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim. His teammate Greer van der Meulen in second. And Dylan Cashmore, South Ayrshire in third. So let's go back to the pool and see what's happening there. Honor McCarty continues to lead the field at the 150 metres mark, 2:08.51. She's looking at the moment like she's heading for that qualification time, if she can just keep this pace going. Charlotte Craig is in second at the moment. Orlith Jeffrey in third. And they'll be looking for consideration times, those two girls, Charlotte and Orlith, as Honor comes into the closing stages of her 200-metre butterfly. Let's keep an eye on the time for her there. And Honor finishes in a time of 2:56.29.
Sorry, beg your
So
pardon.
Charlotte.
She's screwed. The other two girls just miss out.
Yeah. So
The girls are faster.
So finishing there, Honor McCarty first, second Charlotte Craig, and Orlith Jeffrey third. Disqualification in lane 5 for a technical infraction.
So we move on to the second of the two heats. Mariana Patrick and Zeros from Stirling Swimming. Empty lane 1, 2 Amber Hinton, Dumfries, 3 Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire, 4 Millie Barton, Bellsill, 5 Gina Wren, City Glasgow, 6 Emma Miller, Kintyre, 7 Abby McMillan, City Glasgow, 8 Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld, 9 Lucy Hunter, Motherwell and Wishaw. Now, one swimmer with a consideration time in that last one. Well done to Honor. Big sister, I'll be pleased with that. She's the Scottish National Age Group champion last year in that event. So maybe her wee sister will get a chance to try and replicate that at Nationals in the future. But a good start from Gina Wren in lane 5. Millie Barton from Bellshill Sharks. Pretty well on her shoulder. Gina already has a qualifying time, so we're really more interested in some of the other swimmers. Millie Barton has a consideration time, and she'll want to improve that consideration time. Amber Hinton and Leah Rafferty in lanes 2 and 3, also with consideration time, so hopefully they'll get a faster second half. They're lying in 5th and 7th respectively. Gina Wren still well clear. Millie Barton a few seconds back. Okay. So turning in 3rd place now Amber Hinton. Abby McMillan and Emma Miller just dropping back a wee bit. Well, can Amber Hinton find something special down the final stretch? Millie Barton just fading a wee bit here. Abby McMillan also finishing strongly in 7. Gina Wren has this one. Let's concentrate on Amber Hinton. Amber Hinton from Dumfries has a consideration time, but 2:54.20 is the actual qualifying time. Gina Wren takes that 2:45.83. Amber Hinton, cracking swim. Well done, Amber. 2:50.08. That gives you qualifying time. And Leah Rafferty, 2:53.50. Just this is out, Leah. But a cracking swim from Amber to get a qualifying time. That's what we're all about here today. Abby McMillan improves and also gets a consideration time. The girl in 4th place. So well done, Abby. She did have a very strong second half. So I hope we've not missed anything in that one. Apologies if we've missed any qualifying and consideration times in that one as we move on to our last heat.
And so we move on to the final heat of 3:05. Lane 0, Abby Barnstable, Lanark. 1, Emma Barrowman, Stranraer. 2, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk. 3, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 4, Eva Gordon, Stirling Swim. 5, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. Empty lane 6. 7, Ellie Louise Kennedy, City of Glasgow. 8, Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. And 9, Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. So lanes 0 and lanes 1, Abby Barnstable, Emma Barrowman, both have consideration times. They'll be seeking to get themselves into the qualifying time for this event. The other girls swimming in the pool already have qualification times for this event at Nationals. But it is lane 5, the Dumfries swimmer, Georgia Dickey, who is leading the field. Evie Mackey, the Lanark swimmer, I think in 2nd at the current time. 3rd, Lexine McCappin from Falkirk Otter. As the girls turn there at the halfway mark, Georgia Dickey 1st, Evie Mackey 2nd, and Lexine McCappin. Ellie Kennedy coming in 4th at the moment. Eva Gordon 5th. So a way to go. Let's see what the girls have got. But Georgia Dickey is looking very strong at the moment in the centre of the pool there. I think she's beginning to pull away from Evie Mackey, at least certainly from the angle at which I'm at the moment. It looks like that. Coming up on the shoulders of Evie Mackey is Lexine McCappin. But in at the final turn there, it is Georgia Dickey turning first, Lexine McCappin second, Evie Mackey third. So Lexine has overtaken Evie. Eva Gordon also swimming well there.
Abby's swimming probably around slower than that present time.
Lexine's certainly trying to catch Georgia at the moment. I think it's all going to come down to the closing stages here. Can Georgia respond? She's certainly trying. Into the claw, it's all about the touch there, and that was Georgia's race. Coming in there at a time of 2:30.28. Improvement, nearly 3-second improvement on her entry time. Lexine McCappin in behind her, 2:30.37. Again, an improvement. And Ava Gordon from City of Glasgow in third, 2:35.56. Just wait for the board to clear and confirm these for us. And that's the results confirmed. Georgia Dickey, Lexine McCappin, Ava Gordon are your 1, 2 and 3 in that final heat there. So now we're going to move on to the backstroke.
Just confirm if results 3:03 are now confirmed. We'll read out the medalists when we have the sheets from our recording team, and you can collect your medals, ladies. Now it's a wonderful backstroke, 7 heats. Yeah, that's the one that goes up there. It's arse to elbow. 3, Blair Wilson, Stirling Swimming. 4, Cole Ashwood, Adrian Monklands. 5, Daniel Lawless, Boness. Good start from Daniel in that gold cap, distinct gold cap of Boness. Pale blue cap of Adrian Monklands with Cole and Blair Wilson. Stirling. That, with a late surge, it looks like Cole's going to take this one. Daniel and Blair. That looks to be the 1, 2, 3. Coming into the final few metres. Cole 35.33, 35.88. Daniel and Blair 36.86. 1, 2, 3 in the girls' freestyle. 11, 13-year-olds Amber Hinton, Dumfries, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen, Caitlin Morton, City Glasgow. 14-year-olds Molly Irvin Watson, Dumfries, Daisy McInnes and Anna Campbell, 2nd, 3rd, City Glasgow. 15-year-olds Melissa Menny, East Kilbride, Erin Fennis, Cumbernauld, Anna Tichenko, City Glasgow. 16-year-olds Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, Safina Machin, City Glasgow, and Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth was 3rd. 17-year-olds Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swim, Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire, Alia Cochrane, City Glasgow 3rd.
And this is heat 2, lane 0, Lucas Craw, empty lane 1, Kia Campbell, Jack Trainer, Finlay Guadici, Ewan Green, Connor McCrory, Jimmy Lynn, Joe Carty, James Caraher. These boys are all 15. They're also looking for the qualifying times. Here, 31.90 required, 33.20 for a consideration time. And as they come into the closing meters, pretty tight there. It's all happening in the centre of the pool there. I think it's going to be, there we go. It's Ewan Green first, 33.33. Outside the consideration time, unfortunately. Finlay Guadici second, 33.58. And Joe Carty joint second, 33.58. We'll just wait for the results to be confirmed before we move on to Heat 3. And that's the results confirmed for Heat 2. Ewan Green, Finlay Guidici, Joe Carty.
Heat 3, Rory Duncan, Harris Sharp, Ruben Pearson, Aaron Dunn, Max Pelosi, Campbell McLean, James Stewart, Jason Dixon, Keegan Crombie and Aidan Thompson. Good start in lane 6. James Stewart going nicely. Also well there in lane 4. Max Pelosi now coming through, and Jason Dixon very tight at the end. Jason Dixon perhaps, James Stewart, Max Pelosi. Well, it was pretty tight across the whole field there. It was just Jason Dixon 32.26, Max Pelosi 32.48, Harris Sharp 32.59. Just snatched third at the death.
I think it's next to impossible to be honest. And so we move on to Heat 4, Lane 0, Dylan McShane, Michael Winship, Andrew Boyle, Kia Sampson, Rory Calvert, Fraser McIntosh, Ewan Watson, Abdi Mufti, Jake Ferguson, Matthew Lees. And it's going to be... There's Rory Calvert there, 31.28. Ewan Watson second, 31.83. Fraser McIntosh, 31.93. Your finishing order there. As we move on to Heat 5.
We'll give the results for 304, the boys butterfly, at some point. These now confirmed.
Lane 8, a no-show. Daniel, he's been a no-show all weekend.
Heat 5, 0 to 7, Alex Titch, Ross McGee, Lewis Houston, Kai McKenty, Ewan McLeod, Ewan Mitchell, Nathan Lilly, Alfie Churches, empty in 8, Jamie Gilchrist in 9. Lane 4, Ewan McLeod, at the moment looks as though he has this one under control, finishing well. Ewan Mitchell in 5, I think it's those two, and perhaps Kai McKenzie McKechnie in third. That is indeed the finish. 30.98 for Ewan McLeod. Ewan Mitchell 31.30. And Kai McKechnie 31.43 in third place.
And this is heat 6. Lane 0, Adam Hill, Finley Sang, Luke Scott. Empty lane 3, lane 4, Callum MacArthur, Kai Connolly, Adam Thompson, Dean Bagatti, Cole Morrison and Adam Curry. Just keep an eye on Finley Sang here. He is just 1/100th of a second outside of a consideration time for this event. So he'll be looking to improve that this morning. This boys come up to the finish there. And indeed, I think Finley may well have done this. He's finished in first, 30.77. Oh, no, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Beg your pardon. Yes, he has. He's got himself a consideration time. So Finley Sang first, Adam Thompson second, and Callum MacArthur third. So just there's the results confirmed.
Zero to 9, Kyle Wong, Keen Smith, Lex Garrett, Finlay Nelson, Greer van der Meulen, Logan van der Meulen, Dylan Cashmore, Benji Jeffries, Robbie Carlisle and Rory Hall. A lot of these swimmers already have qualifying time, so let's see how this one develops. It's to Logan chasing his brother Greer, who I think's got this in the bag, and close behind is Dylan Cashmore. As in the 1, 2, 3, 20.19 for Greer, Logan 29.53. Dylan settles for third in 28.97. So that's the last one for the boys. It's the girls' turn. 6 heats. Good luck, ladies. Just while the referees move positions, we'll give you the 200 butterfly 11-13-year-olds. 1, 2, 3, Nikolai Sisnet, City Glasgow. Aaron Machin, his teammate second, and Blake Herdman from Inverclyde is bronze. 14-year-olds, Inverclyde's Archie MacArthur, from Ethan Collins, Bellshill Sharks, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. 15-year-olds, Gregor Ross, City Glasgow, Tom Jeffers, Ren 96, Razor Cowie, South Ayrshire. 16-year-olds, Adam Scott, Ren 96. Second and third, Thomas Traynor and Aaron Steele from East Kilbride. And the 17-year-olds, only the one swimmer, Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth.
And we move on to 307, heat 1, lane 0. Blair Duncan, empty lane 1, Myla Welsh, Robin Vowles, Amy Watson, Chloe Pringle, Megan Mulhern, Chloe Hendry, Hannah Miller. Megan Mulhern, I think, is just got the advantage there from the angle at which I'm standing. Beg your pardon for that, I've just dropped my radio. Sorry. Start this again. Chloe Pringle first there, 36.80. Robin Vose second, 37.36. And Megan Mulhern in third, 37.47. To learn to stand up and hold on to the radio at the same time.
Jackie will get herself sorted and should be good for the next again heat. If not, you've stuck with me, folks. Just waiting on that last heat to be confirmed, and then we'll move on, ladies, very shortly to heat number 2. Looks like we've an empty lane, lane 5 perhaps. No Scarlett Wilson. Zero to 4, Sanjana Gunawikrama, Lyden Hewitt, Amelia Hack, Olivia McNally, Emily Chong. 6 to 9, Ellie Louise Kennedy, Victoria Niven, Mia Todd and Isla McKenzie. Strong start by Emily in 4. Also going well is Ellie Louise Kennedy in 6 and Olivia McNally in 3. Might be the two City Glasgow girls, Emily and Ellie Louise. Taking 1 and 2, that's how it looks like. Very close for third place. Might be lane 1 rather. Lyden Hewitt, who just got up to get third. Emily 34.45, Eloise 36.20 and 36.54 for Lyden. Fortunately, disqualification, lane 8 for a technical infraction. And that result now confirmed. And I think Jackie's all fixed, sorted, microphones working, folks.
So this is Heat 3, Lane 0, Zara Dunn, Emma Barrowman, Lewis Herdman, Rose McDermott, Phoebe Murdoch, Thea Glenn, Lauren Peckover, Helen Kellock, Morgan Dunn and Alana Wilson. So let's see, all very much in a line at the moment, I think. It's just who's lane 9 swimming really well from the angle here, Alana Wilson. But she's not going to get there. It's going to be lane 6. Beg your pardon, lane 5, Thea Glenn, 35.45. Lauren Peckover second in lane 6, 35.62. And in third place, Phoebe Murdoch, 35.75. And there's the results confirmed as we move on to Heat 4.
Heat 4, Emma Miller, Cara Gumbrow, Rhea Yeshov, Alice Cumming, Catherine Simpson, Sophie Allison, Erin Collins, Tara Montgomery, Rachel McGavin and Emily Easton. Nice start in lane 3 from Alice, going nice and strongly, City Glasgow swimmer. Sophie Allison from West E, well there in 5, looks like they might be first and second, although Cara Gumbrow, Ren 96 is flying like a train at the end. Very tight, Alice, Sophie, Cara, That's how it finishes. Eyesight's doing pretty well from 50 yards away. Alice Cumming, 34.55. Sophie Allison, 34.98. Cara Gumbrell, 35.33. Third place in lane 1. Well done, ladies.
And Heat 5, Lane 0, Abigail Hill, Melissa Turnbull, Sophie Steele, Kira Hart, Emily Dickens, Empty Lane 5, Lane 6, Addison Cole, Caitlin Frame, Lucy Nimmo and Louise Connell. Louise Connell in Lane 9, swimming well there. Emily Dickens, Heather Stewart, Melissa Turnbull, all going to be tight at the finish there. And the winner, Emily Dickens, 33.33. Kira Hart second, 33.41. And Melissa Turnbull, 33.62. Louise Connell just being pipped there into 4th place after a very good start. And that's the result confirmed. And we move on to the final heat of event 307.
Sarah Stewart 0, Brooke Rogerson in 1, Empty Lane 2, 3 to 9, Emma McGavin, Melissa Menny, Anna Tichenko, Erin Ferris, Millie MacArthur, Isla Dobson, Iona Henderson. Middle lane's going well. Erin Ferris maybe the best of them all. Cumbernauld swimmer from Anna Tichenko in 5, and in 4 Melissa Menny. Eastcote Bridge swimmer might just take this one. I think it's a 4.56. Well, 4.65, pretty close there. 31.45 Melissa. Erin 31.74. Anna 31.93. Well clear of Emma McGavin and just over the 33-second mark. Well, that's the 50s finished for the morning. We now move to 1500 freestyle. Just 2 heats for the boys. So a whole mixture of ages in this one, 12, 13, 14 and 16-year-olds. So good luck, lads. Swim well. And we'll keep your fingers crossed you get some good times in this one.
So as Robert said, we have now moved on to event 308, the boys 1500 metre freestyle. 2 events with heat 1 in the pool. Sorry, I beg your pardon, not 2 events, 2 heats. And it is heat 1 in the pool. So lane 2, Ollie Jeffers, Ren 96. 3, Scott Watson, East Kilbride. 4, Callum Trainer, Stirling Swim. 6, Kenneth Trainer, East Kilbride. And 7, Jack Givlahan from Ren 96. So some of these boys are fairly close to at least consideration times for the upcoming nationals. It's a long way to go, but I'm sure they'll have discussed with their coaches what they need to do to get their times inside at least the consideration times. The boys in the pool, the youngest is Jack Kevlihan from Ren 96. He's 12 years of age. So his entry time this morning, 21:46.50. The age group there, the 11 to 13-year-old for him. He needs to be chasing down a 21:17.80 for a consideration time. So not too far away for him. Scott Watson, 13, falls into the same age group. His entry time, 21:40. Again, he can see what he can do. Kenneth Trainer falls into the 14-year-old age group. 19:32.60 for consideration, 18:47.40 for qualifying. So we'll just keep an eye on what these boys can achieve this morning. But it is Kenneth Trainer, the 14-year-old from East Kilbride, who is leading at this early stage, 150 metres. 1:48.20 for him at that stage. Callum Trainer second and Scott Watson in third. So we have the results for event 305. This is the girls' 200 metre butterfly, 11 to 13 years. First place Amber Hinton, Dumfries. Second Amy Rowell, City of Glasgow. And third Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. 14-year-old girls, first place Evie Mackey from Lanark. Second Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow. And third Gina Wren, City of Glasgow. 15-year-old girls, first place goes to Ellie Louise Kennedy from City of Glasgow. Second, Leah Rafferty, West Dunbartonshire. And third, Millie Barton, Bells Hill. 16-year-old girls, first place Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. Eva Gordon, Stirling Swem. And Abby Barnstable, Lanark in third. 7 to 18-year-old, first place goes to Lexine McCappen from Falkirk Otter. So let's go back to the pool, and the East Kilbride swimmer, Kenneth Trainer, is still leading the field at the 250 mark, 3:05.37. Callum still in behind him, and Scott in behind him in your first, second and third for the boys. Kenneth has a pretty good lead over Callum as we turn at the 300 metres. There's about 6-7 seconds between the two boys at the moment, with third place coming from either Scott Watson or Jack Kivlahan at the turn here. Let's wait and see. I think it is going to be Jack turning there for 10:09. As I've said, Jack is the youngest swimmer here in this heat. He's just 12 years of age. His coach encouraging him to keep going. As Kenneth turns there for 24:24. Well, certainly, we'll just a few moments. We'll get an update from Robert, just what the anticipated finishing time for these boys are. At the moment on Kenneth's time, around about 19.5 minutes. If they can do that, he'll get himself certainly a consideration time. As I said earlier, he's 14 years of age, so we have to keep an eye on those times. He will have discussed with his coaches his race plan this morning, so he'll know what he's got to do. He just has to follow and execute that plan. Callum Trainer still in second, but in behind Kenneth. 5:12.82 at the turn there. And Jack Kevlahan, who's going to turn third. So I've got the results here for event 306. So if we just move away from the pool for a moment, that's the boys 50 metre backstroke. So the 15-year-olds, first place, Callum MacArthur, Bilngayan Bears Den, joint second, Dean Bagatti, Hamilton Bath, and Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bath. The 16-year-old boys, first place goes to Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim, second, Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire, third, Finlay Nelson, Dumfries. 7 to 18-year-old age group, Grier van der Meulen, Stirling Swim in first, Dylan Cashmore, South Ayrshire, and his teammate Lex Garrett in third. Your medals can be collected at the medals tables, please, boys.
Thanks, Jackie. Third of the race gone, and pace that last couple of hundred or so had been around about 79, just under 79. That one just under an 80. So it's important that Kenneth can just try and pick the pace back up again. That 9:30 slipped to about a 9:40. Boys behind are all pretty well bunched together. So I'll give you an idea of where Jack, who's in third place, is sort of pacing. It's somewhere around about 21:40, which is very much on his entry time. Kenneth Trainer now comes in, 7:42.81. So it looks like Andy's worked his magic and encouraged his boy to just pick the pace up a wee bit. That's back it down to 78.7, which is very much where he was a couple hundred metres prior. Callum some way back. The two Wren boys third and fourth. Jack 12-year-old, Ollie 13 this year. So that pace round about an 86 there for Jack. They're looking for 21:17.8 as a consideration time. So both the Wren lads need to just pick the pace up to give them half a fighting chance. They've got still over half the race to go, so it's still doable, but they've got to try and maybe pick up a second or two faster pace from now on. That last 100 for Kenneth, just a smidgen over 79. So it's still on the sort of 1930-ish time. The consideration time is 19:32.60. So it's there or thereabouts for Kenneth. And understandable, the two Wren lads probably don't get the opportunity to do this distance event as regularly as the older lads. So that pace just slipped a wee bit again. It's over 21.5 minutes. Kenneth just has to try and pick things up a wee bit. He's pacing is just a wee bit over 79 seconds, so we're in the sort of mid 1930s. Still doable. Just gone over halfway. So Jack's halfway time 10:36, Ollie 10:47. If you double that time for Jack, you're in the sort of 21 and a bit minutes. So Jack, that pace was an 80 seconds. Sorry, 84 seconds rather. So he's picked things up a wee bit. Just hope that Ollie can also do the same. Well, Kenneth just picked that up a wee bit. It's still doable for the consideration time for Kenneth. And knowing how few swimmers actually do this at Nationals, there's every chance the consideration time will get him a swim. Jack's now coming down. I know we're kind of ignoring Callum. He's still having a good swim in second place. But it's all about national age groups here today. Let's see how Jack completes 900. Well, it's sort of 21:20 for Jack at the moment. And that's there or thereabouts. He's just got to keep this going, and I'm sure he'll get plenty of encouragement from the side.
So Kenneth continues to lead the field here. Pretty substantial lead, as I'm sure Robert's been talking about. It's got 9 lengths to go, as you can see from the lap card at the turn at the far end there. Picked up the pace down that last 50, 37.50. And Kenneth is moving forward, putting it into lap Jack, I think, as Jack comes in. To the 1,000-meter mark there for him, 14:12.96. Kenneth Trainer having a cracking swim here. Of course, the difficulty with being having such a lead is you've got to do this all on your own. It's all about your own race. Nobody to keep pushing you. His pace is beginning to drop though for Kenneth, so he'll need to keep an eye on what's occurring if he's still got that qualification time, the very least. Sorry, consideration time. So at the moment, he is certainly on course to get himself inside the consideration time. And as you heard from Robert earlier, very good chance then he'll get the chance, if he wishes to, of course, to swim this distance at Nationals, the Scottish National age groups, in I think a fortnight's time, Robert, isn't it? It's just over Easter weekend, is it? 2 weeks on Wednesday. So there we go. That's Kenneth, 1,200 metres, 15:33.60. Callum Trainer in second. So Kenneth just needs to keep the pace going. He's just dropped it a little bit there. Can see that he's getting some encouragement from his coach at the pool side. They'll be doing everything they can to get him finishing today, certainly inside the consideration time, which is on course to do so. So Jack needs to keep himself going. Let's get some encouragement for him. He's just a few seconds behind the consideration time at the moment. So Callum Trainer there turning at 16:29 at the 1200 metres. So keep an eye on Kenneth's time here. We're looking for around 16:51 as he turns at 1300 metres, and there we go, 16:51.90. Looking pretty comfortable out there, out in front, and it's got a few seconds in hand, certainly to achieve the consideration time. Just needs to keep it going. We need some encouragement for Jack though. He's dropping the pace there. He's going to need some to keep that going. I can see his coach on poolside giving him every encouragement she can. He needs to get kicking. Okay, so we're looking for 83 splits from Jack. At the moment he's around 88. So he needs to pick up that pace to get himself inside the consideration time for this distance. As Kenneth Trainer comes up to 1400 metres, he will be the first to hear the bell, as indeed you can hear now. Turning there 18:10.05, so he's got 2 lengths to go. He's certainly going to get a consideration time, I think. Can he do more? So he's still been getting encouragement by the coaches there and his teammates on poolside to finish this in the fastest time he can. He's going to come up to the turn with 1 length to go. And Kenneth has picked up his pace, 37.70 for that last 50 metres. And he's heading for home, so we'll keep an eye on that time for him. But Jack's going to need to pick up the pace. We need 82s from Jack to get himself inside that consideration time. As we hear the bell there for Callum Trainer. 2 lengths to go. As Kenneth comes in, let's watch that time, folks. He needs to get it into under 19:32 for a consideration time. 18:47.40. And he's got him by. He has. Well done. Significantly inside the consideration time. A great swim from Kenneth Trainer, the 14-year-old from East Kilbride. Hopefully he'll have the opportunity to swim this distance at the Scottish National Age Groups. So we need Jack. Plenty of encouragement from Jack's teammates. You can see them down on pool sides. He really needs to pick up the pace to get himself inside the consideration time. Great swim from this 12-year-old. But he needs to pick up the pace as Callum Trainer comes in to finish his 1500 metres this morning. And finishing there in a time of 20:14.72. So to get the consideration time, Jack's going to need to come back in under 77 seconds. So every encouragement we can for Jack. He needs to keep this going. He needs to up the pace a little bit more. What can he do? As Ollie Jeffords hears the bell, 2 lengths to go. Scott Watson, he hears the bell. Unfortunately, I think Jack, it's going to be proved too much for Jack this morning. But a fantastic swim from this 12-year-old. Need to pick up the pace here now, but it looks like he's given it his all. And no doubt we'll see him back swimming this distance again. That's it, encouragement from the poolside there as Jack comes in to finish, and a cracking swim, 21:22.94. Sadly outside the consideration time, but a very, very good swim from Jack there. Turn our attention back to the swimmers in the pool, Ollie Jeffords, Scott Watson. As Ollie Jeffords comes in. Well done. So Ollie's entry time here, 23:47. Finishes in a time of 21:57. An amazing swim for Ollie this morning. Significant drop from his entry time as the 13-year-old from East Kilbride, Scott Watson, comes in to finish. Well done, boys. 22:21 for Scott Watson. So some very good swims to watch there as we move on to the second and final heat of the boys 1500 metres. There's the results confirmed. Kenneth Trainer first, Callum Trainer second. And just to complete that, in third place, Jack Kivlahan. So, as I said, this is Heat 2. I'll pass you over to Robert.
Thank you, Jackie. We've one empty lane, so we kick off our final boys event this morning. In 0, Kyle Connolly, City of Glasgow. 1, Tyler Stewart, East Kilbride. 2, David Landman, City of Glasgow. 3, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. 4, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride. 5, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swimming. 6, Yusuf Ibrahim, City Glasgow. 7, Seamus Barber, East Kilbride. 8, Daniel Henry, City Glasgow. And 9, Jude Mowbray, City of Glasgow. So say Connor Stewart in lane 5, not taking part in this one. So a nice strong start by East Kilbride swimmer Jack Simpson. 102.88. So given that 50 events for all strokes except 50 freestyle for 14 and unders has now been taken out of national events, which it didn't used to be there up until about 8 years ago it was introduced. Maybe it gives an opportunity for swimmers at the clubs maybe to look at doing some more of these distance events, 800s and 1500s. We don't really have many taking part in this, so opportunity for certainly the 14 and unders, more 14 and unders to take part in doing this. Butterfly events, another one where we don't get a lot of swimmers taking part in a 200 butterfly. I know it's pretty grueling, folks, but there's medals to be had in the same vein as there are for the other form strokes, so maybe something to consider throughout the remainder of the season, and certainly the next couple of years. We need more and more of our swimmers taking part in these distance events, 400 IMs, 200 butterflies, so something that Scottish swimming need more and more taking part, because we've been pretty short in that vein for a number of years. So So that's the sales pitch done for this morning, folks. Jack Simpson, East Kilbride, one of the clubs competing in this event here. They do a lot of distance stuff, and it's no real surprise to see Jack performing. We don't have Scott Gibson in this event, but Scott will already have a qualifying time for national age groups. Scott, a fantastic swimmer at a lot of distance events, and I'm looking forward to seeing him up in Aberdeen competing against Callum Peebles, his arch rival from the East Kilbride swim team. And on the butterfly events, Stefan Kravitz, another lad from East Kilbride. Great to see Scott swimming against these two very good swimmers in the East. But Jack Simpson gone out very strongly indeed. Gregor Skinner, lad from Bowness, 17-year-old, in second place. Tyler Stewart going well in lane 1. Did I say East Kilbride yet again? And David Landman, City Glasgow, in 4th. And Seamus Bradbury, City Glasgow, in 5th. Daniel Henry, City Glasgow, 6th. Yusuf Ibrahim, 7th. Kel Connolly, City Glasgow, in 8th. And our 9th swimmer, Jude Mowbray. So 4:29.60 at the 400 mark. Our leader well clear now. It's all about times for the remaining swimmers here. Jack Simpson, miles clear. He has an entry time under 17 minutes, 16:53. He already has a qualifying time, but I'm sure he's wanting to get a bit of practice today, see how he does. Because he may well have some serious competition from the other districts in that 17-18-year-old category. So we're coming up to a third of the race. Jack well clear, and I'll pass you over to Jackie to take you through the second 2/3 of the race. Thanks, Jackie.
Thank you, Robert. As you said, Jack Simpson is well clear of the rest of the field. 500 metres, 5:38.05. One of the oldest swimmers, 17, yep. A couple of other 17-year-olds in the heat as well. And second there, Gregor Skinner from Bowness. We've seen him in action a few times already this weekend. And 2 East Kilbride boys in behind him. So as Robert said, their training programme includes significant distance work. And we're seeing the results of that in the pool just now. Oh, still got to be read. Yep. Okay. So I'll just turn away from the pool for a moment. There's the results for the girls' 50-metre backstroke. This is event 307. So for the 15-year-olds, first place, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. Second, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld. Third, Anna Tachenko from City of Glasgow. 16-year-old girls, Hamilton Bath swimmer Emma McGavin in first, Iona Henderson at Rutherglen second, and Emily Dickens, City of Glasgow, third. 17 to 18-year-old, first place goes to Kira Hart from Scotia. Second, Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swim. And third, Millie MacArthur from Lanark. So back to the pool. And Jack continues apace. He's at the moment is looking at a finish time of around 17 minutes. His entry time 16:53, so See what he can do as the race progresses. And in behind him, Gregor Skinner, Seamus Barbary. I was waiting for the board to update me here, actually. Yeah. So Jack's pacing at the moment just around 69, a little bit slower than the previous 100 metres. But I'm sure he has a plan. Well, this is the middle of the race. So we've got some distance to go. Well, he's just hit halfway. 750 metres, 8:30.14 his time there. So it's Gregor Skinner continues in second. Tyler Stewart, Seamus Barbary in third and fourth. Both teammates. They'll be used to to training with each other. As indeed they'll be used to training with Jack in the pool as well, who continues the pace. 800 metres there, 9:04.25. Did pick up the pace in that last 50 from the previous 50. So maybe you heard us talking about the fact he'd slowed a little bit. So all of the East Kilbride boys getting some significant encouragement from their coaches at the poolside there as Gregor comes in to the turn there after 800 metres, 9:35.45 for him. And it's going to be Seamus Barbary in third. 9:44.62, 3 seconds behind him. Tyler Stewart, 9:47.43. So Tyler just a year younger than Seamus at 16. So it is the 17-year-old from East Kilbride, Jack Simpson, who I think pretty much has this race sewn up. No one's going to catch him. A little bit slower there in that last 50.
The two City Glasgow 14-year-olds are possibly have a chance of getting qualifying points at the moment.
Okay. So we look at the rest of the field. We have a couple of 14-year-olds in the field here. So their times that they'll be chasing are a little bit different to the leaders. They're looking for. Let me see. They've both got consideration times. So they're looking for the 14-year-old qualification time of 18:47.40 as a finish. So that's Carl Connolly and Daniel Hendry, both teammates from City of Glasgow. So they'll have that in mind. And we keep an eye. Daniel's currently lying in 6th place. And Kyle just behind him, less than a second behind him in 5th, I beg your pardon. So 2/3 of the race completed for Jack, 11:22.17. And he's doing this all by himself. 9 length, 450 metres to go there at the turn. As we look to the other end of the pool, Gregor Skinner in 2nd place. Turns, he's a third of the race still to go, 12:02.20. Still Seamus Barbary in 3rd. And his teammate Tyler Stewart in 4th. Daniel Henry and Kyle Connolly just about on par with each other, 12:24.94, less than half a second between them, as Kyle is in 6th place in behind Daniel. As I've said, they are the two youngest swimmers in this heat. and will be chasing that qualification time for Snags in 2.5 weeks' time up in Aberdeen, if they choose to swim the event, of course. As Jack turns it for 350 to go. Daniel's got 450, so has Kyle. And Gregor turns there in second, 1100 metres completed, 13:14:52 for him.
I'll let Jack finish this 100.
So Jack is continuing to look very strong there as he's going to come into turn. The two City of Glasgow boys. Daniel Hendry, Kyle Connolly. Kyle's just moved ahead of his teammate there, both on 13:40 at the 1100 metres. And I will pass you over to Robert.
Thank you, Jackie. Just a few hundred to go for Jack. Pace just dropped a smidgen over the last few hundred. So he's in the sort of high 1905, 1910 range. So he may well pick up a little bit in the final few hundred and get a low 19, just over 17 minutes rather. So Jack's coming down towards 200 mark. Daniel Henry and Kyle Connolly, you can hardly separate the two boys on times, 0.3 of a second between them. Kyle getting plenty of encouragement from the side. And Jack with 200 to go. Hasn't really picked up much of a pace there. If anything, that's probably been the slowest, 69.85. So a little bit under 17:10 is an expected finish. Gregor Skinner, he's got 200 to complete now when he gets to the finish now. Seamus Barbie having a very good swim in lane 7. Well, Seamus still got 200 to go. I don't think he's going to get a consideration time. Jack Simpson's just taking it steady. In fact, has actually been the slowest split, 70.5. Kai and Daniel, two City Glasgow boys, still pretty close. Kyle's now gone about a second and a half or so ahead of his teammate. Taylor Stewart, East Kilbride swimmer in 4th. So East Kilbride 1, 3 and 4 at the moment, with Gregor Skinner in 2nd place, and the bell will ring for Gregor. We'll keep an eye on the clock. Jack Simpson with 25 to go. Going to finish the race a little bit under 17:10. Seamus hears the bell as his teammate comes in 17:09.65. Seamus has an entry time of 18:47. Look to him coming in a good 20 seconds inside that. Kel and Daniel on their final hundreds. Both a think are almost certain to be inside 18:47.4. Kyle probably around the high 17:30s. I expect Daniel to be a low 17:40s as Gregor comes in. 17:59.44 in second place, the bonus swimmer. Now Seamus Barbary 18:47.10, takes almost 30 seconds off that. 18:19.03, great swim for him. An even better one for Kyle Connolly coming through, and he finishes a cracking time, 18:33.23, finished like a train. So here's a qualifying time. His teammate Daniel Henry is also going to get a qualifying time around about the 18:40 odd mark. Or did he? Well, it's he's really slowed down at the end. 18:48.43. He needed an 18:47.4. So maybe just run out of juice at the end and just misses out on a qualifying time. He's got a very good consideration time nevertheless. Tyler Stewart 18:36.43. That improves Tyler's time, but sadly doesn't quite get him a consideration time for national. So well done to Kyle Connolly. Daniel Henry, excellent consideration time, but just misses out on our qualifying time. So that concludes the boys. We're on to IM. 7 heats for the girls. I'll pass you over to Jackie, who will give you the first heat.
So event 309, this is the last event of this morning's programme, session 3. This is the girls 14 to 18 200 metre IM. As Robert said, we have 7 heats here, and this is heat 1. Lane 3, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. Lane 4, Jenna Aikenhead, Renfrew Bath. And 5, Sophie Mooney, City of Glasgow. So it's a 200 metre IM as opposed to the 400 that we started the morning's programme with. And so the girls will complete 4 lengths. And after the first 50 metres, Alicia Thompson, Sophie Mooney and Jenna Aikenhead are your 1, 2 and 3. And the girls turn and move into the backstroke, as Alicia looks to be pretty strong here, moving ahead of Jenna and Sophie in lanes 4 and 5. So the girls are all 14 years of age.
Makes it easy, Jackie.
Certainly does. So it's Alicia Thompson after the first 100. Moving on into her breaststroke. She's pretty strong there in the backstroke. Let's see if she's just as strong in the breaststroke as the 2 girls on the other side of her, Jenna Aikenhead and Sophie Mooney. Look to take advantage of this section. The breaststroke can always change the running order. And the girls come up almost in a line as they move down towards the final turn of their 200 IM. Just watch the screen from my side just to see. I think it is Sophie Mooney, the City of Glasgow swimmer, who just has the advantage after that 50 metres. And indeed the first, second and third has changed. Sophie Mooney, Jenna Aikenhead, Alicia Thompson. So that's a reverse of what we had previously. Jenna is certainly challenging Sophie now in this final part. Alicia's moving back up. She's closing the gap. But it's currently Jenna Aikenhead with Alicia Thompson and Sophie Mooney battling it out for second place. I think Jenna's possibly going to hold on to this. And she will touch first. Alicia Thompson closed the gap and more. And has got herself up into second. And there we go. So Jenna Aikenhead, 2:59.66. Alicia Thompson, 3:00.70. And Sophie Mooney, 3:01.86. At the finish there, the results being confirmed on the screen now. Well done, girls. And we move on to Heat 2.
So on to our second heat. 0, Lucy McLaughlin, Inverclyde. 1, Ion Hickson, Mogan-Beersten. 2, Sanjana Gunawikrama, City of Glasgow. 3, Morgan Dunn, Motherwell Wishaw. 4, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 5, Emily Dawson, Mogan-Beersten. 6 is Anna Campbell, City of Glasgow. 7, Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld. 8, Sarah Aiken, Falkirk Otter. And 9, Nave Brooks, East Kilbride. So 1 16-year-old is in lane 2. That's Sanjana Gunawikrama. 15-year-olds in lanes 3, 4 and 8. And the rest all 14. So the 14-year-old times 2:47 for consideration. These girls are all in the 2:50 range, so really more looking at considerations. 2:47 for the 14s, 2:41.80 for 15s, and 2:40.1 for the 16-year-old swimmer. So halfway mark, very strong start. Anna Campbell, 1:17.54. So a breaststroke of maybe a 1:30-ish would give her maybe a 50-second would bring her in round about the 2:15-ish mark, 2:20. So a 2:15 would give her a half a chance perhaps. She'd then have to come back 32, which is a very big ask. So really our leader is the only one that is going to threaten potential consideration time. Let's see how she's done with the breaststroke. Well, it was round about 50 odd seconds, 2:08.45. So she's got to come back sub 40. That is a possibility. When she gets to that red marker at 25, something about 2:27. Well, she's got half a chance if she can find a wee bit special. Now the rest of the field are coming back at her. But keep your eye on the clock here. She's got about 8 to go. 43. Well, it might just be beyond her, but it's a pretty good swim nevertheless. Well done, Anna. 2:47.78. You just miss out by 0.78, but a cracking swim. Nice improvement in your entry time, and that's a good thing to see. 2:54.54. She's taken best part is 6.5 seconds off that time. Second was Hannah Miller. 2:51.48. Emily Dawson. 2:52.77. So quite a number of the girls improving their times there, but Anna Campbell
And we move on to Heat 3, Lane 0, Katie Gillis, Renfrew Bath. 1, Neve Quinn, Kintyre. 2, Ciara Finlayson, City of Glasgow, with her teammate Abby McMillan in Lane 3. 4, Anna McCulloch, Kilmarnock. 5, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow. 6, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell Wishaw. 7, Isla Dobson, Kingston. 8, Cara McFadden, Kintyre. And 9, Neve Scott, City of Glasgow. So Olivia Caldwell, 14-year-old from City of Glasgow. She has a consideration time. She'll be looking to improve that. Couple of girls very close to the consideration time, however. Abby McMillan and Lucy Hunter. So they'll certainly be looking to get themselves inside that consideration time. But it's Isla Dobson, the Kingston swimmer, after the first 50 metres. Ciara Finlayson from City of Glasgow second, and Olivia Caldwell in third after the first 50. But I think Olivia has now, sorry, I beg your pardon, Ciara's now got herself into first place at the turn and the halfway mark there. But in fact it was Isla Dobson, so I misread that altogether. Isla Dobson first, Olivia Caldwell second, and Ciara Finlayson third. So the breaststroke doesn't seem to be changing the order too much, although I think Olivia Caldwell is taking advantage of her strengths in the breaststroke there. But it looks to me from this angle as if she's got herself in front. Indeed she has, I think. Yeah, and she's going to come into the turn first there. 2:06.58. She is certainly looking at good opportunity of a qualifying time. She can keep this going as she moves herself further ahead of the field. There will be a battle for second place, however. Neve Quinn, Kintyre swimmer, swimming well. Ciara Finlayson. 6 and 7, Lucy Hunter, Isla Dobson, also swimming well, as Olivia Caldwell comes in to finish her 200 IM this morning. Ciara Finlayson in second. Battle for third, but that was Lucy Hunter, 2:48.10. So there we go. That's the finishing order. No, the finishing order still to be confirmed. There is a disqualification in lane 2 for a technical infraction. So Olivia Caldwell, 2:42.51, just misses out on a consideration time. Lucy Hunter, 2:48.10, and Isla Dobson, 2:48.38. And we'll move on to...
Nevertheless, it's a good time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just out.
Heat 4, Mila McCusker, City Glasgow in 0. 1, Joanna Calder, M&B. 2, Georgia Reid, City Glasgow. 3, Olivia Russell, Cumbernauld. 4, Chloe Semple, Rutherglen. 5, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. 6, Imogen Barrett, Red 96. 7, Sophia McGinley, Cumbernauld. 8, Rebecca Strachan, City Glasgow. Teammate Katie Watson goes in 9. So just completing the butterfly section, Sophia McGinley from Georgia Reid and Olivia Russell. So boys 1500 free, 11-13-year-olds, Jack Givian, Ollie Jeffers and Scott Watson. 14-year-olds, Kyle Connolly, Daniel Henry, Kenneth Traynor. 15-year-olds, Jude Mowbray. 16-year-olds, Tyler Stewart, David Landman, Yusuf Ibrahim. And our 18-year-olds, Jack Simpson, Gregor Skinner, Seamus Barbary.
Could the owner of the blue Skoda, registration SA72 GWG, that's SA72 GWG, report to the reception at the venue, please, as soon as they can. Thank you.
So halfway mark, very similar split to the last two heats, but some of the 14-year-olds, if they can get a good breaststroke section, give them half a chance of either improving qualifying times or maybe getting even a consideration times rather than maybe get them close to a qualifying time. Tightening up, Georgia Reid N2 has had a very good breaststroke section. Joanna Calder also well there. Those turned second and third. But Joanna Calder and Rebecca Strachan has come through strongly as well. So Joanna and Georgia over that far side. Joanna Calder needs to get a 2:41.80. She's on a 2:45. Getting plenty of encouragement from Miss O'Reilly over on the far side and the rest of the team. Will that do the magic? Probably not. It's a big ask to get 2:41.80 for the 15-year-olds here. But she's had a good swim. It's just being touched out, I think, in lane 4. Well, in fact, Rebecca Strachan just sneaked in 2:45.46. 2:45.61, Ailey Melrose, and Joanna Calder 2:45.73. Ailey Melrose 2:45.61. Inverclyde swimmer.
And we move on to Heat 5, Lane 0, Millie Colvin, Dumfries. Her teammate Molly Irvin-Watson in Lane 1. 2, Kaylin Chan, North Ayrshire. 3, Leah Rafferty, Western Bartonshire. 4, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries. 5, Honor McGeehan, Inverclyde. 6, Sky Buchanan, City of Glasgow. 7, Emma Miller, Kintyre. 8, Ella Cunningham, City of Glasgow. And 9, Sophie Allison, Western Bartonshire. So after the first 50 metres, it's Honor McGeehan, followed by Millie Colvin, over in lane 0, and Mirren Gibb in lane 4, where you're 1, 2 and 3, as the girls have turned and move into the backstroke. So I think it's still Honor McGeehan, just has the advantage over the rest of the field. But they're certainly coming back at her, particularly Millie Colvin over there in lane 0, who it looks to me like she now has the advantage over the field. So Millie's 15-year-old from Dumfries, and indeed at the halfway mark, she's got herself just in the lead, just ahead, although that the board is now recording Honor McGeehan, so looked the other way around to me, but Honor McGeehan first, Millie Colvin second, but really not a lot. 2 100ths of a second between the two girls. And Ella Cunningham from City of Glasgow is in third. As we all know, let's see what happens with the breaststroke. These girls will all be seeking to use their strengths here. Ella Cunningham is swimming really well there in lane 8. So Ella's currently got a consideration time, so she'll be hunting down that qualification time, and I think she's on board to do that at the moment. 150 metres, 2:04.21. She needs to come back in a 37. So she was first at the turn there. Honor McGeehan second, and Millie Colvin in third. Kaylin Chan now coming back at the girls. Honor McGeehan got moving ahead of, I think they're just beginning to get the advantage over Ella now. But it's all about the time that Ella comes back in, whether or not she's going to get that qualification time that she's looking for. Honor McGeehan, Kaylin Chan. Sorry, beg your pardon. Honor McGee in first, Ella Cunningham second, and Kaylin Chan in third. Just missed out by about half a second for Ella there, but as I said, she does have a consideration time, so best of luck. Hope we get it. You have the opportunity to swim this. So the results confirmed there as we move on to the penultimate heat of the final event this morning.
Penultimate heat. 0, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. 1, Daisy McInnes, City, Glasgow. 2, Ciara Hart, Scotia. 3, Zusia Smith, Grangemouth. 4, Brooke Rogerson, Dumfries. 5, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim. Addison Cohen, 6, from Hamilton Bass. 7, Thea Glenn, City, Glasgow. 8, Alia Cochrane, her teammate. And 9, Rebecca Cole, Hamilton Bass. Well, we do have Daisy McInnes already with a qualifying time in this one, so we'll concentrate a little bit more on the others if she's prominent. Perry Scobie had that good butterfly earlier on, and we'll see how she progresses as the lead at the moment. 2:40.10 is the qualifying time for the 6 years. She's a 2:36.3. She's in a 2:36.58, and the whole field pretty well bunching up now. Perry Scobie, Becca Somerville, Zusia Smith with that very good backstroke. She's a very good backstroker, Zusia, so no surprise to get herself in the mix there. Keep her fingers crossed that she can keep this going in the breaststroke section. Ciara Hart well there along with Daisy McInnes, so the far side going pretty well. Alia Cochrane, the 70-year-old in lane 8, is going well, but Perry Scobie is the one that is at the head of affairs still. 2:36.30 is Perry's target. We'll see what she does at the turn. Well, if I was a gambling man, I'd put serious money on something like a 2:34 finish. Alia Cochrane, 2:02.19. She needs 2:33.10 or a 2:38.70 is the qualifying time for Alia, so that's really the target for her. Perry Scobie, come on, give me a 2:34 please. Thank you very much. 2:34.98. Perry Scobie has a cracking swim, gets a qualifying time. Alia Cochrane gets a consideration time, 2:36.58. Third place is Zusia Smith on a 2:39.38. Just a little bit slower than entry time, but well done to Perry and Alia there. Qualifying and consideration times, ladies, well done.
And this is the final heat of this morning's programme. Event 309, Heat 7, Lane 0, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth. 1, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. 2, Evie Mackey, Lanark. 4, Zoe Crawford, Falkirk. 3, Zoe Crawford and Falkirk. 4, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. Empty lane 5. Lane 6, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter. 7, Caris Mooney, City of Glasgow. And empty lanes 8 and 9. So these girls, let's have a look. Qualifying times, except Ava Kirkham, she has a consideration time, but very close. She needs to drop about 2 seconds. and today, and she has a chance of getting that qualifying time. So it's Ailey Robertson, just has the advantage over the field. And this backstroke section, Evie Mackey swimming well, coming back at her. Evie may well just have the advantage. Indeed she does, as girls are going to come into the halfway mark. But as we know, Ailey's very strong on the breaststroke. It's what she can do to keep Evie Mackey at bay. There's Evie turning there, 1:10.66. Ailey, 1:10.68. Zoe Crawford, 1:12.84. The first 1, 2 and 3 at the halfway mark. As we can see, Ailey Robertson and Evie Mackey both leading the field. Think they are pretty much on par with each other at the moment. Lexine McCappin performing well. Caris Mooney coming up there. Georgia Dickey also there in lane 1. Beginning to make a move, heading towards the leaders as the girls all come up to the final turn. That was Ailey Robertson, Evie Mackey, Lexing McCappin, 1, 2 and 3. So what they've got to finish now. Ailey Robertson looks to have the advantage over Evie Mackey. Can she keep that advantage, or is Evie going to come back at her? Certainly having a go. Georgia Dickey swimming strongly now. Lexine McCappin, Caris Mooney. Bit of a battle definitely going on for third. I think Ailey's just going to hold Evie off here to finish in first. So that's Ailey Robertson, 2:29.72. Evie Mackey in second, I think. And Caris Mooney, the City of Glasgow, in third. But I'm just going to wait for the board to confirm there. So on the times, it is Ailey Robertson first, Evie Mackey second, and Caris Mooney in third. So that concludes the morning's programme here today. We will be back for the afternoon programme at 12:15. I think it is this afternoon. Yeah, it is 12:15. The warm-up swimmers will commence at 11:45 a.m. So we've just got a bit of extra time. We were about 10-15 minutes ahead of schedule this morning. Thank you very much to those of you joining us on live stream this morning. Please do come back and join us this afternoon. Thank you very much to all of our volunteers, our technical officials on poolside, and those of us working. Stop that again. And our volunteers working at the back of the house. Well, as I said yesterday, we couldn't run these meets without all of our very valuable volunteers. So thank you very much for giving up your time. Thank you to the spectators. We'll look forward to seeing everybody back at 12:15. Thank you.